Hello and welcome to all of our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to a news cycle on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Uyi Agumofwegbe. We would love to remind all of our viewers that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on Nightcomsat. At least 10 people have reportedly died, with many others injured in a stampede at the Holy Trinity Catholic Church in Maitama, Abuja. Reports say the incident occurred when residents scrambled to receive palliatives distributed by the church to provide relief to struggling residents. Similarly, unconfirmed number of persons is feared dead and others injured following a stampede that occurred at the gates of the Obi Jackson Center in Okija, in Ihiala local government area of Anambra State, during the sharing of palliatives donated by a member of the community, Chief Ernest Obiejesi. The victims were said to be mostly women and children who were gathered at the gate struggling to gain entrance amid a very large and uncontrollable crowd. Quite a dark Saturday with regards to all of these stories. But in the meantime, President Bola Tinubu has announced the cancellation of all his official events in Lagos State, where he is spending the Christmas holidays over the death of several Nigerians in stampedes in Abuja and Anambra State. Global Television had earlier reported how the two tragedies claimed many lives and left several others injured today. The Federal Capital Territory FCT Police Command says about 10 dead bodies were recovered after a stampede at the Holy Trinity Catholic Church in Maitama, while several persons were hospitalized. Similarly, no less than 20 residents of Okija community in Anambra State died in a stampede that occurred during an event organized for the distribution of rice. President Tinubu, in a statement by Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, sympathized with families of the victims. The president was scheduled to watch the boat parade and other activities of the boat regatta from the waterfront of his Oyinkan and Bayomi Drive residence in Ikoyi, Lagos, but cancelled the event. Let's turn to other stories for you. Minister of Works David Umahi has thrown more light on the ongoing developments along the Lekki-Victoria Island coastal routes, addressing concerns about property management, a federal government jurisdiction, and the Eco-Atlantic project. Speaking to newsmen during an inspection of the project, Umahi emphasized the federal government's efforts to protect critical infrastructure and property in the Lekki-Victoria Island axis from ocean surges and flooding. He further clarified allegations of tampering with landmark properties, noting that the area in question falls under federal jurisdiction based on a Supreme Court's ruling. And now to security matters. Troops of the 6th Brigade's Nigerian Army, Sector 3 of Operation Well-Stroke, have arrested 4 suspected members of the Ambazonia rebel group in Taraba State. In a statement by acting spokesperson of the brigade, Captain Oni Olubodunde, said suspects were arrested on December 18, 2024 at a hotel in Takum local government area of the state. According to the statement, troops in a separate operation stationed in the Natilde community of Bantaji district in Wukari Council also intercepted a truck carrying 19 stolen pipelines belonging to the Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation Limited, NNPCL. The truck was tracked following actionable intelligence, that's according to the soldiers, and further collaboration with the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, in Wukari Division led to the recovery of an additional 11 stolen pipelines, bringing the total to 30. The Niger Delta Youth Coalition for Peace and Progress has commended Chief of Defense Staff General Christopher Musa for the reduction of illegal oil bunkering in the Niger Delta region. The coalition, in a statement issued in Port Harcourt, Rivers State capital, by its national president, Olayinka Tedo, says activities of General Musa were yielding clear positive results for everyone to see. The coalition stated that the defense chief's kinetic and non-kinetic operational apparatus towards the total eradication of saboteuring activities of oil bunkers and other forms of crime and criminality in the region have reduced such activities in recent times. Chief of Defense Staff General Christopher Musa has revealed that the military is holding discussions with the federal government regarding the engagement of military retirees. According to him, military retirees have acquired significant capabilities that should not be allowed to go to waste. The defense chief, speaking during a 2024 send-off cocktail party organized to honor 18 retired and retiring generals, emphasized that retirees should be considered for board appointments. He expressed confidence that they could have a greater impact outside active service. The Director General of the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, Brigadier General Wadi Ahmed, has decorated 2 of his military aides who were part of the successful candidates in the recent Nigerian Army Senior Non-Commissioned Officers Promotion Board with their new ranks. According to a statement by the DG's Acting Director, Information and Public Relations, Caroline Embu, the DG's personal assistant, former warrant officer Dada Patrick Bumi, and military orderly, former Corporal Nafzizi Hamisu, were decorated with their new ranks of Master Warrant Officer and Sergeant respectively. General Ahmed, while decorating his aide at a ceremony witnessed by members of the NYSC top management, soldiers and the corps officials at the National Directorate headquarters in Abuja, commended the duo for their diligence, loyalty, perseverance and sincerity, charging them to be more industrious and not betray the trust reposed in them. The Air Force Council has approved the promotion of 19 Air Vice Marshals and 33 Air Commandos in the Nigerian Air Force. This is contained in a statement by the Deputy Director of Public Relations and Information, Nigerian Air Force Group Captain Kabiru Ali in Abuja. He says the newly promoted senior officers had demonstrated exceptional leadership, professional competence and dedication to duty in various operational and administrative roles. According to him, their elevation underscores the Air Force's ongoing drive to strengthen its command structure and operational readiness. The federal government has inaugurated a new electronic gate, also called e-gate, at the departure wing of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos. The inauguration was unveiled by Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Kayamo, who disclosed this in a post on his X handle. He explained that the e-gate is to enhance passenger comfort and security, underscoring the government's dedication to improving Nigeria's aviation infrastructure. Kayamo noted that the e-gate project, funded by the United Bank for Africa through a public-private partnership with the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, aims to streamline passenger facilitation while bolstering airport security measures. As the festive season is fast approaching, the people of Imo State have been assured of adequate supply of petroleum products during the Yuletide. Imo State Association of Petroleum Marketers stated this at the end of a stakeholders meeting by the association in Owerri, the state capital. Correspondent Amarachi Ibi now reports.
At the end of the meeting, Dr. Chidebere Okorafor, chairman of the Association of Imo State Petroleum Marketers and Dealers, assured of uninterrupted supply of petroleum products across the state.
If you go to a station and they sell byproduct to you, next time you go there, they don't condone that. We don't support people selling out-of-date products or under-measuring. We don't support it. Because people buying this product, they are also our brothers. It's not easy for everybody. It's tough. Even for we. It's not easy for we as we speak today. It's tough for everybody. So trying to cheat one another shouldn't come in at all.
Dr. Okorafor further emphasized that the association remains committed to ensuring its members deliver only quality products, warning against the sales of adulterated fuel.
We have products to give to Imolites and giving the people. We know that people are coming back from all over the world. So we have enough products to give to them. There won't be anything like scarcity of petroleum products this period. 2025 is going to be a good year. I believe that Nigerians will begin to see the beauty of the regulation and why the government have to take those steps. They'll get the benefits. It's going to be a good year. I'm very sure.
If the petroleum dealers in Imo State match their words with action, a relief may have come to residents and motorists as they prepare to celebrate their Christmas and New Year. From Owerri, Amarachi Ibe reporting for Global TV News.
Thank you, Amarachi. The Katsina State Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps (FRSC) has reiterated the need for passengers to speak up against dangerous driving while on transit, as only the living can celebrate. The Corps Sector Commander Aliyu Maji stated this at a Special Marshals and Ember Month campaign at Katsina State Transport Authority Terminal. He urged drivers to always adhere to the traffic rules and regulations, just as he further drew attention of passengers to always exercise their rights by speaking up against any recalcitrant driver while on transit. The sector commander says the command had organized a series of activities to ensure the reduction of road transport and traffic crashes during the Yuletide and beyond. Let's turn to other stories. The federal government has firmly denied any plans to destabilize the Republic of Niger, as well as the claims of French military troops stationed in northern Nigeria to prepare for destabilizing the Nigerian government. In a statement issued by the acting spokesperson for Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Kimiebi Imomotimi Ebienfa, our government dismissed the allegations as baseless and called for them to be entirely disregarded. The refutation follows claims circulating in Niger Republic that Nigeria, along with other foreign nations, had supported a terrorist group involved in the December 13, 2024 attack on the Niger-Benin oil pipeline in the Gaya area of Niger. You're watching the live broadcast of News Cycle on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital. When News Cycle returns, Nigeria National Petroleum Company Limited reduces ex-depot price of premium motor spirits from 1,020 naira to 899 naira. These and other stories from the foreign and sports segment for you. After this break, please stay with us. We appreciate you staying with us on the news, everyone. And now let's turn to business. Less than a month after the Port Harcourt Refining Company appeared to have resumed production, the facility has stopped working. According to reports, it was observed that the lifting of premium motor spirits, also called petrol, has stopped since December 13, as the 18-arm loading bay of the new Port Harcourt refinery was empty. While about 18 trucks littered the stretch of the busy road leading to the refinery itself, 9 trucks were spotted inside the parking yard while the loading bay was empty. In the meantime, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, says the 60,000 barrels per day old Port Harcourt refinery remains fully operational. Chief Corporate Communications Officer of the company, Olufemi Shoneye, in a statement denied the information about the refinery not functioning, noting that the loading is ongoing. Meanwhile, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has reduced its ex-depot price of premium motor spirits, also called petrol, from 1,020 naira to 899 naira per litre. Petroleum Products Retail Outlet Owners Association of Nigeria confirmed this in a statement signed by the association's National Public Relations Officer, Dr. Joseph Obele. The statement, quoted in a document released by the company's commercial department, indicates a reduction based on regional pricing scheme. The price indicated marketers will buy the products at 899 naira per litre, matching the price offered by Dangote Refinery just a few days ago. And still in the oil and gas sector, President of Dangote Industries Limited, Aliko Dangote, has commended President Bola Tinubu for the positive impact of the Naira for crude swap deal on the Nigerian economy, which has led to a reduction in prices of petroleum products in the country. The refinery also announced its partnership with MRS Petrol Station to sell petrol from its retail outlets nationwide at 935 naira per litre. The firm made the announcement in a statement posted on its social media handles, noting that the partnership is to ensure that this price reduction gets to the end consumers. Let's go beyond the shores of Nigeria now. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, has approved a $1.1 billion disbursement to Ukraine as part of a 4-year loan program aimed at providing budgetary support. This decision comes amid continued Russian aggression and follows the IMF's recent review of the program, which has an overall value of $15.5 billion. In a statement, the fund's managing director, Kristalina Georgieva, acknowledged the severe economic and social impacts of the conflict on Ukraine, praising the country's authorities for maintaining macroeconomic stability through skilled policy making and external assistance. The Pakistani Taliban have claimed a brazen overnight raid on an army outpost near the border with Afghanistan, which intelligence officials say killed 16 soldiers and critically wounded 5 more. The siege started after midnight and lasted about 2 hours as around 30 militants pummeled the mountainous outpost from 3 sides. A senior intelligence officer who spoke to journalists on condition of anonymity says 16 soldiers were martyred and 5 were critically injured in the assault. A second intelligence official also reportedly spoke on the condition of anonymity, confirmed the toll of dead and wounded in the attack in the Makin area of Kimba Kantukwa province. Saxony-Anhalt State Premier Rainer Haseloff says a car ramming attack on a German Christmas market has killed 5 people and wounded more than 200. Chancellor Olaf Scholz, who was with him to pay respects in the eastern city of Magdeburg, voiced concern for some 40 critically injured people and condemned what he called the terrible catastrophe. He pledged that Germany would respond with the full force of the law over the terrible attack that injured and killed so many people close to the anniversary of a deadly 2016 jihadist attack on a Berlin Christmas market. Scholz also made a call for national unity at a time when Germany has been rocked by a heated debate on immigration and security as it heads towards elections in February. And now let's bring it up to sport, where we expect you to find some excitement. Former Green Eagles captain Segun Odegbami has praised Super Eagles forward Ademola Lookman after he was voted the best African footballer of the year by the Confederation of African Football (CAF) for 2024. The former 3SC player says Nigeria having players who won the award consecutively shows that the country's players are top-notch. It says the present Super Eagles have brought the pride of yesteryears back to the nation, believing it is better for the authorities to allow ex-players of the national team who have managerial abilities, who are now in football management and coaching, to handle the team, providing them with all the needed support. He explained that as a nation, Nigeria ought to develop our own content, as that is the way to go. Away from soccer now, the wrestling world has been thrown into mourning as legendary Chota Rey Mysterio Sr., born Miguel Angel Lopez Diaz, passed away at the age of 66. His death was confirmed by his son, El Hijo de Rey Mysterio, born Miguel Aaron Lopez Hernandez, who took to Facebook to share the heartbreaking news. However, the cause of death was not disclosed. In auto boxing, Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury reprised their heavyweight fight for the century with multiple titles and both fighters' place in history on the line. Usyk edged a split decision at Riyadh's Kingdom Arena in May, handing Fury his sole defeat and becoming the first undisputed champion of the four-belt era. The unbeaten Ukrainian has exceeded his trademark calm before the rematch, while the newly bearded Fury, aching for revenge, has veered between moody silence and venomous threats. Usyk, 37, and his 36-year-old rival were locked in an incredible 11-minute face-off on Thursday that ended with the sweating Fury cursing and hurling insults. Again, the world awaits this very significant fight. That's a full cycle on the news here, came to you on Global Television, and we would love to remind all of our viewers that we are on DSTV channel 365, Star Times 276, and free to air on Nigecomsat. Follow us across all social media platforms for real-time engagement using at Global TV NG, as well as other handles as you now see on your screen. I'm Uyi Agmofwegbe saying a big thank you to you for watching. I will see you again.